let me know. Let's.
I will. We'll start planning. I'm going to start planning staff meetings. For those who want to be involved. Group leader wise, so I can talk about the basis.
Cool.
So that's the plan. I want to, but I definitely want to get this rolling. It's just been it's been tough time frame wise. That's all. But yeah, no, I'm definitely on it, and we'll get there.
Okay, cool. I'm all for it.
All right, I'll let you take over.
All right, let's see what happens. Thanks, buddy.
All right, have a good one. Well, have a good weekend.
Okay, take it easy.
Bye.
All right, guys. Anybody that wants to get on stage, let's get some chatting going on. In my lives, there's no cussing, and I want your cameras on when I'm talking to you. Did I see Diana? Where did she go? I did. Where's D? Let's see. I haven't seen her in 100 years. Nope, I guess she's not here anymore. Does anybody else see Di in here? D-I? Why am I so blind? Nope, maybe she took off. All right, guys. Here, I'll pull you guys up and let's get going today. I know we got some updates. Let's see what people have going on. All righty, guys. Ethan, what's going on, Ethan?
I'm on the road right now.
Yeah.
The one offer that we were going to do that was like 500-some thousand. They used their mortgage for one to buy another house. Remember that?
Yep.
So she got back to me and she said, they said that a mortgage takeover would not benefit them, and they're convinced that somehow they're going to be able to pay off their other mortgage or the other portion and then sell the property. And I'm just like, okay.
All right. Well,
so
give it a month. They'll change their mind.
That's what I told her. I said, that's why they haven't sold it, is because that they have that extra money on the mortgage, and they're not going to be able to do anything with it. But the other house over on Younger Ave, you told us to put on $175K cash offer.
Yeah.
They accepted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and I know that and I'm just asking, is the assignment fee for a cash offer isn't quite as good?
Correct.
As a seller finance, correct?
Well, it all depends on, seller finance doesn't have any math involved in it. It's just more of a what is it worth kind of a thing. Cash is a little bit more, you've got a margin. So, we bought it for 100,000. We're selling it for 110,000. There's 10,000 margin. Some of that gets eaten up by closing costs and all that. Yeah, it's easier to. Hey guys, when you're on stage, go ahead and mute your mics. Yeah. So yeah. What was the asking price on that one? Remind me.
Yeah, so they started at 218, and then they dropped to 199.5, and then we offered 100 initially. They rejected that, and then they said that they also rejected 170K offer. So then you were like, tell them we would offer 175.
Okay.
And they accepted that, no contingencies.
And as I remember, it cash flowed, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good rent.
It was.
Okay, yeah. Let's get it under contract and let's get that thing going.
So this is my first one. So with the contracts that's on the Discord, I can just use those as like a template for this as well.
Correct. Where was it? Texas or no?
No, PA.
Okay, because Texas has their own. Yeah. And sometimes the realtor will bring the contract. So just tell.
Oh, I told her. Okay, should I request one from her? Because I told her I'd come up with one. I thought that's what we did.
No, we can do it too. Either way.
Okay. So what do you want me to do? Just get one from the Discord, and then
yeah, if you use the buy box contract, then it's way easier for them to push it through.
and then just submit it to buy box.
Yeah, somebody's saying something about PA. If you're wholesaling, what are we at? Make sure you double close. Okay, so you have to double close in Pennsylvania. Thanks,
Okay, what
Johnny.
does that mean?
It means that basically at the closing table, you're going to close completely, and then you're going to sell it to somebody else. So you're not going to sign the contract. You're going to close it completely and then sell it to somebody else.
Okay. That's going to be taken care of through.
Yeah, during title, and yeah, that'll all be during the closings.
Like through buy box and the admin work and all that.
Yep, they'll take care of it. The TC will take care of all that.
Okay. Good deal. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully this one works. I mean, it's not a huge discount, so I don't want you to expect too much, but it's good to get it through and learn the back end process of it all.
That's why I'm just excited to having the wheels turning in the right direction. So
good, excellent.
All right, thanks, Trent.
Okay, buddy. See ya. All right, main man. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
All right. I wanted to swing to let you check this deal that I got under contract already. It's I got some terms I can inbox you. I want to know what you think of it. Would it be like buyer? Yeah. Hold on. It's like a property deal, right? It's 8 properties in one deal. Hold on. And these are the terms. Man, I ain't trying to hold the deal too much.
Your microphone, are you using headphones? Because I can barely hear you.
You can barely hear me?
Yeah, switch to your computer because they're just breaking up big time.
What about now?
Go and talk. Keep talking.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's still kind of cutting in and out. Are you using your headphones or your computer?
Yeah, I'm using my headphones.
Yeah, I think they sound like they're underwater.
Really? Hey, could you get somebody else? Let me. I gotta fix it. Then I will come back up.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
Whoever has their camera on, I'll leave you up, main man. No problem. Just mute your mic for now, and then I'll bring you back up when you fix it.
All right.
All right. Thanks, bro. Okay, guys. There we go. Anna Joe, what's up?
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed. I have a property here. I'm new. So I have a property here that's 4. There are 2 ones. It's duplexes. There's two duplexes. And the box buy cart or whatever, it says that I can only do a cash offer of $73,500. But these properties are rented out.
Okay.
Okay, so is there any way I can go higher based on the fact that they're rented, or is that just the most I can go on the on cash offer?
Well, there's 2 schools of thought. I mean, some investors like renters, some don't. So sometimes having renters is a detriment. But I actually like having renters, and I try to have them in there. It saves me a ton of money trying to find them. You've got 2 duplexes or 2 fourplexes, correct? 8 doors?
It's 2 duplexes, but it's a total of 4. There's 2 of them. And there are 2 ones. They're turnkey, they're month-to-month rentals. Between the four of them, they're only bringing in 1,600, but they can actually bring in as much as 2,000.
Okay, so we always go with what they are bringing in, not what they can bring
Yeah,
in.
that's 1,600.
And then the purchase price for everything is how much?
He wanted 105 each.
Oh yeah, that doesn't cash flow.
Mhm.
So that would be prime for seller finance, and you can explain to them that for 200,000, those aren't cash flowing. Where are they located?
In Georgia.
Okay.
That's why it's so low.
Yeah, simple numbers. If we have a 1% rule that we use. So if it's 200,000, I want to make sure that it rents for at least $2,000 a month.
Okay.
Otherwise, it doesn't really cash flow. And so what we do in situations, we go in and we tell the seller, we say, hey, there's your properties aren't cash flowing, and the only way they can do that is if we incentivize you to take a set of payments, and then we can bring the payment down low enough that we can make these cash flow. And so we would offer like $500 a month to purchase the property with a 10-year balloon. We would balloon them out in 10 years, meaning we'd pay off the balance of what is owed in 10 years. We'd want a 10-year balloon at $500 a month, and we'll even give him a $10,000 down payment for all that.
Yeah. Well, actually, the creative offer was 12.6 down, property being 117.6 with a monthly cash flow of 315, and that's for one. So you would times that by 2.
Okay. That is a way to do it. I like to go much lower. That is the top tier. Buy box gives you the very most you should give. So I like to negotiate. Okay. So I go below that.
Okay. All right. And I have another question for you, Trent. Thank you with that one. And that gives me something to go by. So it's 1% of whatever you're offering to, or whatever they're selling it for. It has to be 1%.
1%
to make it a cash.
Yeah, it's what I use so I can get on the phone and call people. So I'll go through Zillow and see that there's something for $100,000 and it rents for $1,200. I'm like, oh, sweet, this is going to be a deal.
Okay. Okay, so that gives me a guideline. Now I have a portfolio that I'm working on right now. Actually, I have 2 portfolios I'm working on.
Okay.
One's got 27 in it. The other one's got 20 in it. The one that's got 27 in it is all the same investor. He's just trying to download. He's just trying to get out. He's tired. He's done.
Okay.
On here, I can only put 4 deals at a time in here on the portfolio part. So is there somewhere else I can go to that I can actually put all 27 of them?
You'll just have to submit them 4 at a time. That's the limitation of buy box. Or you can put a note in there and just say, I've got 23 more. It only allowed me to put 4 in. Also, you can reach out to them through support.
Yeah.
Over and just send them an email saying, hey, I've got 27. How do I do this? And they'll help you through it.
Okay. Yeah, I have Mary's number and Maya's number.
Oh, good. Perfect. Yeah. Call them directly and say, hey, what do I do here? I've got a ton. And then she'll help you through it.
Yeah. I'm wrapping up the contracts today and over the weekend.
Great. Good job. Excellent.
Okay. All right. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay. Take care. All right. Main man, did you get your audio working?
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Oh, that's way better. How are you? Okay. So what do you got going on?
I sent you in your message the terms of this deal I got. It's an 8 property in Atlanta, Georgia. They Section 8 ready. It seemed like a monster deal. I'm just trying to see what you think of it, and And so the thing is, with this one, they had the contract. I've got the terms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is 2,000. It's 2,000 a month, monthly instead of 3,000. But them is like, what I clicked up to, I double checked the numbers and it seemed like a monster deal. Low interest,
Well, just
15%
in general,
interest fee.
looking at it, I don't see the monster here. It's $400,000
No.
and it only gets you 2,000 a month. We need that to be
No.
about 4,000. Okay.
No. It brings in 8,000 a month. It brings 64, so it's 8,000 a month because it's 8,000. So every
Where's
property is section.
Oh, they're all
Section A. Yup.
okay.
So it's 8 properties that's Section 8 that they don't got tenants in. There's only like 3 tenants in now, and he just sent me the 3 tenants that's in there. But he said they're gonna be terminated
Gotcha.
once
Okay.
once this goes through.
That works. Okay, let me.
Yeah, right. I know that worked, and it's 6,400. So I took 20% off the 8,000. It's still at 64. It's still cash flowing majorly. I mean, in a good way. The cash on cash return is high. The cash flow is very high. No, I didn't. I can send you the address. Hold on.
Yeah, send me the address. Look. Also, I wouldn't go that high on your down payment. I would. I like a down payment of 20 grand. You have a down payment here. Yeah, it's 15%.
I couldn't really.
I'd go lower. For sure.
Okay. I don't think you'll go for 20. I don't.
What is the interest rate? This is a seller finance, and you're offering 6% interest.
That's what they were their terms. I just sent you the address of these two. That's what
Who
the
they
terms.
Who's they? Just so I know, are you talking buy
Well,
box?
No, the realtor wanted that. I mean, because I negotiate with him. Yeah, that's his asking price is 400, so I got him at that. Like I didn't go up on the giving him that, but it's down. So I thought it was fair because I didn't offer him more for these properties. When I did the buy box, it said it's.
Oh, I see. They offered the seller finance. Now it makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Usually, in a rule of thumb, when they're offering seller finance, it's usually not that great a deal. And they've got the hot water heater in the kitchen. That's so weird.
It's 8 houses. It's 8 houses though. It's 8 of them, not just one.
No, I understand. That doesn't change. I mean,
Oh.
I'm just saying that I don't know why they put the hot water heater. I mean, I don't think that's the code, because if that thing blows up inside the house, like that seems dangerous to me. These need a lot of work.
They got Section A. He said 20 grand, but I'm like, man, no, that don't make sense because it looked like they needed more work than that.
Need a ton of work. So I mean,
they said only 20K. They said it only take 20K to get fixed, but I had typed it in to where I put like, for the down payment, I put more and it's still cash flow. So I put like 50,000 down because they just said it just needs a little touch up. I mean, and they gave me what was wrong with it. They said 20K, but I'm thinking it might need 50K.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
Yeah. But
when
when I baked it in on top of the down payment, it's still cash flow. So I figured, why wouldn't this be a good deal? Or is it not?
Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't like for me, I don't like a lot of it.
Okay.
They want 15%, so they've already decided what they want on everything. But if it's cash flowing, send it through. I mean, why not? Let's just take a chance, see what happens, for sure. What I would come back to them with is, hey, I can overpay. I can give you 450. If you agree to my terms, which are going to be, 0% interest. The interest is paid in the overpayment, with 5% down and a 10-year balloon. But that's what I would go after for sure. But I mean, push this through buy box and see what happens.
Okay. So you don't like it because it's not.
But you're saying it's cash flowing, right?
Yeah, superly. I mean, would you believe so? I mean,
no. I mean, if at those rates, I definitely, it's got to be cash flowing for sure.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're good to go. Good true. Again, I look for way bigger deals than this. Like mine,
Okay.
I'm just stingy.
Gotcha.
I'm that guy. So like, no, but throw this, and buy box can handle it. No problem.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
thanks, man.
Good fun.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
All righty,
Yeah.
bro.
Thanks.
Take it easy.
You too, man.
Later. All right. 6 Below. What's going on? Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Trent?
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. What's going on?
So I've been asking in the Discord here and there, trying to get answers from different people, just trying to figure out. I found a bunch of deals from
Okay.
other wholesalers, and some people in the Discord were saying that that's not allowed on Hold My Hand, that you can't daisy chain a deal.
I don't know about the
if
rules as far as like hold my hand. I don't know. A general rule is it's like saying, you know, it's almost like retail arbitrage. Like if you go into Home Depot and you buy a lawnmower at the price that they're selling it, and then you try to go sell it, it's like, well, the discount is already, the other wholesaler is already getting the big discount. You know what I mean? But if you see that these deals are insanely like lucrative, then
Yeah, I mean, like some of them are pretty good, and I mean, if the numbers are there for everybody, I don't see why it'd be a problem.
Why did they say that in Hold My Hand you're not allowed to?
I'm not sure. They didn't really give a reason. They just said that. I think it might have been Jeff.
Okay.
I can't remember, but yeah, he just said that Buy Box and Hold My Hand do not allow for daisy chain deals.
Okay. Yeah. So, but I don't see why you can't sell them on your own if you go to Facebook groups and do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've been looking for buyers outside of Buy Box. It's just my easiest route.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I would send them in, let them tell you no. Just let
Okay.
them know that, like, hey, I'm submitting these. They seem like really good deals. It's coming from a wholesaler, but there's still meat on the bone. So I always stay away from them just because I assume that they already got the biggest discount, you know. But if they're being generous and they're not taking all the discount, then yeah, then maybe it's a deal.
Yeah, because I mean, some of these are like, you know, even with an assignment fee tacked on, it's still, you know, well below 10%. You know.
Okay. Yeah. All right, go for it. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I mean that it seems, if as long as there's still meat on the bone.
Okay. And as well, does that go for your TKO properties?
Yeah, I mean, we look at them separately. So if there's you have to go through Buy Box first to use us, and then if you don't like what happened in Buy Box, or you weren't satisfied with what they do, then we can take at it for sure.
Okay.
I'm super picky about what we take on.
Yeah,
They've got to be deals. Yeah, I like
multifamily, and
yeah, I'll do all that. It just has to be crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Trent.
Okay, bro. Take it easy.
You too.
What's up, Mike? You're in a different location. No spinning hat.
Oh, yes, I'll be here. Okay. So, with a deal in Pennsylvania, right? You said we can get a realtor to sign for.
Right, or double close. Somebody else said that in the. You can also double close.
Okay, so if I got a realtor to sign for me, because I'm close with one. Her name is Erica, and she's cool. I could probably get her to sign for me. Can Hold My Hand still dispo it if I have a deal in
realtor? Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so that should be fine.
All right, yeah. And then also, so I have a deal in Kentucky. That's a trust acquisition. I was gonna get on the trust call closing thing with Garrett.
Oh, good.
But first, he wants a mock contract of a subject to, or of the trust acquisition thing. So he wants to. Yeah. So I'm making it now. I'm just putting like TBD for all the numbers. He just wants to see if we're a scam or not. I guess I don't know. He just wants to look over the contract, make everything is.
Garrett wants to see that, or the realtor wants to see that?
No, the realtor.
Oh, gotcha. Garrett will do that for you. He's got all that stuff.
Oh, okay. So I should just text him.
Garrett. Yeah, that's part of what he does to close, is he helps you out with that kind of stuff too.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. All right. Well, talk soon.
Well, that was easy. All right. Later. All right, guys. Let's get some more people up here. See. There we go. There we go. All right. What's up, Kyle?
How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Good. Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on?
There we go. I had to open up the little window there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, what's going on?
Cool. So I only have a question. I have 2 deals that are pretty much accepted by the seller.
Okay.
They just need proof of funds. And in order for me to get proof of funds, I need them to sign the contract, but they're still kind of on the fence about the legitimacy of it.
Okay.
So how do you think I should navigate the situation there?
Well, it's all going to go through Grandin Taylor anyhow. So they've got a proof of funds they can send you. Let me get it for you. Marilyn,
I tried.
There's
I tried to
one,
use.
Don't use double close. That one's terrible.
No, I didn't want to use double close because it's paid off. So these are my first 2 deals. I recently just went all in on this, and I got 2 deals in a week and a half.
Great.
So super excited. Yeah. So Marilyn, I see that what she posted in there. Where's the link to get that process started so I can be more familiar with it? Like, how do I just send them this picture or how does it work?
You just send them that? Yeah, because they're just asking for POF, and then you'll go into submit contracts on they change things around, so bear with me.
Yeah.
Are you shushing me or somebody else?
I'm shushing the baby.
Shushing the baby.
Shushing the baby.
Let's see.
Staying
So
home
it
today.
is. That's awesome. Good dad.
Got that. The daycare. So he's only 2. He'll be 3 in 3 weeks. But if they have like a cough or anything like that, they're like, yeah, we'd appreciate not bringing the baby by for like 24 hours. We don't want to get the other kids sick. And I get it. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. No, because that spreads like a wildfire.
Yeah. I don't want to when he gets it. You know what I mean? Passes it to everybody else.
Exactly. Yeah. So they used to have a cash. Is this a cash or a creative deal?
Creative.
You have?
Creative.
Yeah,
both of them are creative.
Let me see. I don't see a contract service.
So there's that CAAS.
Yeah, that's Stevens. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, that's a good way to go too.
Yeah. So the thing is that when you search that and you push hashtag, CAAS, it says that if they have like a verbal or an email saying like we accept the offer, then you can get proof of funds from them. So I went that route. I just got my letter this morning from them saying that they need the contract signed first. So I was like, oh, okay. So now I need to get the proof of funds a different way so that I can get the contract signed and then get it dispoed.
Right. Oh, here, I think it is. It's under resources? No. Gosh, dang it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Contract service. Yeah. So just go to contract service. That goes right to Grandin. And you'll see it says submit contract here. But you can use that POF that we put in, and then and then put the contract together and just send it into them.
Okay, cool. How do I download this picture? I'm brand new to Discord.
Oh, no worries. Totally no worries.
Stuff.
So if you go, if you just right click on the picture and it will say copy image, and that will copy it for you.
Perfect. Copy to clipboard. Love it. I hope that's right. I have no idea.
Yeah,
if it doesn't, I'll send you a DM or something.
Yeah.
It's so funny because like I've worked with computers. You know, I'm 37. We used to be taught computers in high school. And then I get on this Discord and I'm like, this looks so generic. I don't even know how to use it.
It's all over the place, and it's so funny because now they just went through and revamped everything, so now I can't find anything. But
yeah,
I mean,
tomorrow they're going to redo the whole thing.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah, I saw an announcement that on the 26th, Saturday, it's going to be completely new.
Okay. Well,
yeah, we're going to be in the same boat. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, they get bananas. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe it's easier.
So I get the proof of funds, and then how do I generate a contract for them to send for them to sign?
That's over on the that's where I just was telling you in the on the left-hand side, go to contract services.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote that down. Okay, perfect. All right. Yep. I can take care of it from there.
All right, kill it. Good job.
Hey, Trent, thanks for doing this every day, man. Appreciate it. It's so helpful, man. Like,
I'm glad.
It's gotten me through so much, so I appreciate it.
Well, I just remember when I was first starting off too, and I was like, I just want somebody to answer my stupid question. Can I just get that?
Yeah.
And it almost locks you up, and you can't get anywhere else because you're like, I just need to know, where is the contract or where is this? So I'm glad to help. Glad that works out.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll be around. So thank you again.
All righty. Take it easy.
See ya.
Okay, Joel. Joel's going to run outside if he's at work. This is always my favorite to watch.
No, I'll wait to go last if you can.
Want to wait till
grab someone else?
Yeah, no problem. And Kyle, I just did. Was that Kyle I just did? I think it was. Yeah. And then AET 578. Funny your parents called you that. You there? Here, I'll bring up Nick Bravo. A11AN. Nick looks like he's been muted by the server. No, he's not. All right, guys. Whoever wants to come first, you just pop up your camera. There we go. Nick, what's going on?
Hey, so I'm fairly comfortable with calling realtors and getting all the report.
I'm so psyched.
Yeah. So the thing I'm still not sure on like how to do the numbers and the contractual things because I'm just like I want to make sure that like I don't like make put a bad deal under contract and also
no worries. We got you covered.
And also, it's been a busy morning. Sorry if I interrupt, because I don't have a lot of time right now. So me and my girl, we're looking for a place to move somewhere in Dallas or preferably Granbury, Texas, which is a few miles from Dallas. We're looking for something 2-bedroom, 1 bedroom, 2-bedroom, preferably 2-bedroom, something 150 or less thousand. We want to do the lease to own thing.
What could you afford monthly?
That's going to be tough because we're gonna be unemployed when we first come down there. I can do about 800 a month.
Okay, good.
But other than that, we're still going to have to find jobs and whatnot. But we're ready to get the hell out of. Sorry about that. We're ready to get the heck out of Nebraska. It's too cold. It's too windy.
Yeah. Too cold. And so you want to be just outside Dallas.
Yeah. She's really fallen in love with Granbury. We were looking at the different towns online, and she's just in love with Granbury. And it's got a lot of nature, a lot of forests, woods, and the rivers right there, and all this other stuff. She's in love with it. And she grew up she used to live in Dallas and grew up there, so she kind of wants to go back to Texas, which is understandable. My thing is, I just want to make sure that I'm doing enough deals to where we can really just get the thing going, because it's just I've got to make sure to figure out what's a good deal, so that way I can get something under contract and sold through buy box, relatively quick.
Yeah.
So
let me warn you. There's nothing quick about real estate ever.
Nope. Mhm.
So don't be ready for that to take a little while. I
Oh,
don't
I'm
pull
perfectly
any.
fine with that. Yeah.
I don't pull any triggers on my life changes until I know that what I'm doing with wholesaling is working,
Yeah.
and then you get a couple deals. But do it after
Yeah.
a couple deals, because otherwise it's gonna add stress
Too
to
much
your life.
chaos. Yeah. Okay.
So
So where on Discord can I find some really simple videos where Richard talks about how to do the numbers and all that other stuff? Because
well,
I really struggle.
I'm
with
gonna give it
numbers.
to you because I'm a moron and I need simple numbers. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
you might have heard me talk about the 1% rule, and
Yeah.
so when I teach this, it makes it so it's simple. So when you call on someplace, as long as
Mhm.
you're getting 1% of the rents or 1% of the purchase price, you're
Okay.
good to call. Okay,
Okay.
that's when it's okay to call. So if you do that, you get you get the realtor on the line and you get your rapport going and you start figuring out that this is going to cash flow well.
Yeah.
And the way you figure out if it cash flows well is that 1%. So if
Okay.
you're getting the rents 1% of the purchase price, usually
Mhm.
almost 90% of the time
Yeah.
it's going to cash flow.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
and
so
I understand that once I get something under contract, that Buy Box does all the work pretty much.
they
Thankfully,
do
because
everything else. Yep.
that's what I'm most worried about. I want to make sure there's no gray areas whatsoever.
No, and that's the
Because I
beauty is Buy Box is support like 24/7 basically. And you reach out to them and they'll respond to you and they'll help you out.
Okay, cool. Okay, I can't think of anything else I have to ask you right now, so I'll let you
If you're
have a
having a
good
hard
day.
time with if you're having a hard
What?
time with calculations, if you're having a hard time with calculations and the calculator and you don't like that stuff, reach out into announcements and into the homepage and just say, not in announcements, I think the homepage, and just say, hey, I've got this property. I need somebody to help me calculate whether it's good property or not. And there's somebody in that homepage 24/7. Like you
Yeah.
can always get somebody to help you there.
Okay, and I'm even willing to JV with somebody because I want to start making money because I've been watching Richard for like 2 months and it's like, it's time to pull the trigger and start making some money.
Good. Good. No, I'm excited for you. Yeah, I mean, you're way ahead now that you're making the phone calls. Just keep making those phone calls.
Okay, cool. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, buddy. See ya. Okay, 11A11, you know who you are. Or AET, both of you guys. You're welcome to come up. Come on up. There we go. What's going on? A11, you are live. Oh, you're muted. Do you know how to unmute it? So go down to the bottom and there's a little microphone and just click on that. It should be red for you right now. And then when you click on it, it'll turn white. You see it? So down at the bottom of the screen, there's like all those icons. One you can hang up and one turns on and off your camera. And then right next to it is the mute. Let me double check. Oh, now you're getting close. You just turned me off, so you can't hear me. It's not that one, it's the next one. He can't hear me, so I don't know. Oh, hang on. He can't hear me. Anybody else that wants to get up on stage, this is a great time. We got a lot of open spaces, everybody. It's Friday, so usually a little less crowded. And now he's got me muted in his headphones, so he can't hear anything I'm saying. Okay, Joel, it's your turn if you want it.
All right, give me a second. Hold on.
Okay, and AET, I'm bringing you back up too.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect. What's going on?
Yeah, I just have this question. I found that maybe a deal. It's about sub 2.
Okay.
So the list price is 120, and basically they're asking to pay like, and it's worth the balance left is 110. They want that 10,000 to be covered, and then like I can take over the mortgage. Is it?
Tell them
It
that
doesn't
there's
catch.
yeah, you're not gonna. Oh, it doesn't cash flow.
No, it's like non-performing. It's like not negative, but it's not exactly positive. It's about $80.
Yeah. So I wouldn't give them the 10,000 first of all, because they're already overpriced. I guarantee it. If it doesn't cash flow, I'd just move on and find something better. Make sense?
So it's not good for a retail buyer either.
Would, yeah, if you have a retail buyer in your pocket, or if you know where to get some. The retail buyers are tough to find. But again,
And is it not something that like Richard's team does, like in this?
yeah, yeah, they would dispo it for you, but it's you got to get way below. Like they're at 120 and the 0110. They don't really have $10,000 in equity. They've got pretty much nothing, and so you'd have to just take it over. But if it doesn't cash flow, then it's not worth it. I would move on. But you can always push it through and see if Richard's team can do something with it.
Okay.
All right. But usually cash flow is king. That's what we want. Coolio. All right. I think we lost him. Not sure. All right. And Joel, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay, what's
Yeah,
going on?
we're good. So I got two questions. One is, hold on, sorry, let me try to jump in here with my camera. You know, I'm
Hey.
not afraid to jump in the camera, but
No, you always have to run outside.
so one is I got an agent that she's kind of been sending me properties.
Great.
But she's asked me to sign like an agreement with her. And I kind of gave her the, hey, you know, I work with a partner and I don't really, I don't know if he's going to agree to something like that because we do have other agents that we work on. It could be in the same state. So I don't know if is that something that that you would suggest to do or not do.
Well, it all depends on what she's asking for. What is she saying? I mean, is she guaranteeing that she's going to bring you stuff and it's going to be good?
She basically said, "Are you willing to sign a buyer agent agreement?" It states that I will be your exclusive agent, and I was like, "Okay, that's sounds kind of like, you know, kind of binding to just her." And she's like,
Yeah,
"And you
just
will
say
pay
no.
the 3%."
Yeah, just tell her no. Say no. I can represent myself. Thanks so much. Unless
Yeah,
she's,
that's what I said.
unless the only time I would enter into that at all is if she's bringing me 100 deals that are making me $1 million. You know, I'd be like, oh, okay, great. If I'm going to be making millions of dollars off of you and you can prove that you're going to perform, I'd do it. Otherwise, I would say no.
Okay. And the other question was, I have is 10 properties. Somehow I keep finding these big property deals. It's a portfolio of 10 different properties separate. They're in Georgia. He wants like 980,000 or something, 985.
Yeah, so they're $100,000 properties.
Yeah, I would say not all of them. He has a couple of them that are very small, like a 1-1. They're not. Yeah, I would say they're 100,000 and below properties.
Yep.
When I called the agent, the only thing that really kind of caught my interest was that he said like 3 or 4 of the properties are way below market because the person has had all the properties for a long time. They're all paid off. He's like, the properties, some of them are rented out for like he said between $1,100 and $500 a month. And
Okay.
the realtor is the property manager, and they charge 10%. So in total, the properties are bringing about 8,400. I'm gonna say, I don't have the paperwork right in front of me, but I told him like, hey, after 20% off, we're only bringing in like, 64, 6,400 or something.
Right.
So I was trying to figure out kind of like, I don't know what direction to go to make them, an offer.
This is a perfect checkmate. Richard's checkmate. So what you want to do is come back to him and say that you want to do seller finance, because as they stand, they don't cash flow.
Yeah, they don't cash flow. Yeah, that's what I told them right from the start. I was like, hey, man, just by the numbers, they automatically don't cash flow for us.
Correct.
They cash flow for him, but not for us.
Okay. So you tell him that there's no investor in the world that's going to buy something that doesn't cash flow. And so he's stuck with them unless he's willing to, if he's incentivized by taking a set of payments. With payments, we can bring the payments to a point where we can make it cash flow. So it's a great opportunity for that.
Yeah, that's where my thought was going to, but I wasn't 100% because again, this is all, that the big portfolios, again, somehow they just fall on my lap, and I'm not really too familiar with them. So what I was going to offer from, like maybe like 1.1 or 1.2 max, with seller finance. I didn't run all the numbers yet because I wasn't 100% sure if that was going to be the approach. But that was going to be kind of like my zero interest, like 1.1, 1.1.5 maybe, just to see what.
Yeah, there's no reason to offer interest. You're paying him. The interest is in that overpayment that
you're
doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so there's no reason
I would definitely not do interest. That's
we're
on the same page.
What I would offer is $1,600 a month to him.
$1,600. Okay.
A $50,000 down payment. That's going to be 5% of the $1 million or 1.1, whatever it is.
You said 50K?
55.
55. Okay.
With a 10-year balloon.
Okay, 10-year. Okay. Because as soon as I started talking to the property management, he like spilled everything. So the guy wants to like sell this stuff and buy. I think he wants to buy like a retirement home.
Perfect. Yeah.
So
send him that and see what he says.
Okay.
That's our low offer. So you've got a little bit of room to negotiate, but don't negotiate right away. So
no, that's for sure.
No, how much did he want? He wanted 90?
Yeah, I think it was like 985, I think.
Yeah, so if you go in at 1.1 to start, that's fine.
1.1? Okay. Sounds good. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Trent. You're awesome.
Absolutely.
As soon as I hear back, I'll let you know.
Yeah, definitely. Keep me updated. I'll be back tomorrow morning and then again all week.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good weekend. I mean, I'll be on here tomorrow anyways, but have a good Friday.
All righty. Take it easy. Bye. All right. Who we got here? Teriyaki, what's going on? Come on up, Matt. I'm bringing you up.
What's going on?
Hey, Matt. What's going on?
Hey, long time no talk. I've been busy with work.
What do you do? What's your work?
I own a construction company. So we got this little, I don't know if you can see it. We got this little remodel. We're on the 3rd story here. Replaced all these windows, all the siding, reframed it all. And we're just
where are you at?
Corpus Christi, Texas.
Good to know.
Yes, sir. We build houses. But all right. I have a couple deals here. I have one. Might have a potential buyer for it already, but it's a fix and flip. I'm gonna send you the address. You got
Okay,
a 60,000. Damn, I don't know how to use my. I'm not good with the phone and Discord.
yeah, it's hard. It's harder. I haven't done it yet.
I'm out of touch when it comes to social media.
Gotcha.
All right, there we go. That's the address. So I got it for 60. That's is actually going to be under contract today. And then I think I lost the other one I was talking to you about.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all.
Let's see here. Okay. Now, is this something you can fix and flip too?
Yeah, I was thinking I could. So it's for 60, the rehab 60, the ARV is like 190 on the
Okay.
low end. And I could totally fix it all up. It'd probably be even. I would say
Oh, it's right on the
60K is
water,
some nice. Yeah, it's right on the water.
Well, I think I've seen this one. This is weird. Wait a minute. Let's see. Did you show
She
this to
said
me?
the realtor said that they've had it under contract twice by wholesalers, and the option period. It's down the road from my house. And she was like, and it just wasted the seller's time because they had an option period of 10 business days and another option period of 7 business days. And
My
then
goodness.
the deal just fell through and the seller's just tired of it.
How floody is this? Like, it looks like.
It's never flooded. The house is actually raised up.
Really?
Yeah. We've had
Blown
2
away.
hurricanes and it's never flooded.
No
So
way.
yeah, the city
It's
raised the
water
road up.
Yeah, water on 2 sides. Okay. And so it's, well, it is not nice.
But
Except
it's
that,
on pier and beam, so you could even, I mean, dude, if I had the money, I would buy it myself. I just don't have 60 grand.
yeah.
I wish I did though.
And what do you think it would cost you to rehab it? Like
60 if you keep it the way it is, but if you raised it, put it on bigger pilings, you know, you could probably be all in for it. It would raise the value for over 200 for sure. It's listed at 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but it's a 4-bed, 2-bath. I don't know why it's listed as 3-bed.
So,
But yeah, you could rehab it for 60. Or I could. 60K, and that's with nice finishing.
And that's with that's like wholesale for
Yeah.
you. I mean, not retail.
Say that again?
Is there a boat ramp here or no?
No, there's not a boat ramp. It's just a dock at the end. There's a fishing dock that goes out onto the water.
Yeah, I see that.
It's not a boat ramp. There's a boat ramp down the road.
Okay, so you can, I mean, okay. Yeah, I mean, at 60, I don't know if your discount's enough for it to be
an investor special or something.
Yeah, no, I would offer way less.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I would offer like 30.
Yeah, there's no way they would have taken 30. Not on Laguna Shores. They have lots on Laguna Shores selling for like 400,000 right there on the wall. Overpriced in my opinion, but
yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, it just looks like it's going to get hammered anytime anything happens because you get water on 2 sides. Yeah, but that's where I would be on this. But you've got it under contract at 60?
Well, not yet. I'm walking it with the potential buyer.
You at least have an assignment fee there because you're not going to have much of an assignment fee.
Dude, I would be happy with just getting the work for it.
No, gotcha.
Yeah,
okay,
doing the work on the house.
Yeah,
I don't care about an assignment fee. It'd just be cool or equity in the I don't know, but it would be
That's what
nice.
I would do. If I were in your situation, I would find, I mean, you get your buyer, let him buy it, and you say you'll do
An equity split
you do
or
the
the
reno, and
renovation.
yeah, split it 50-50, because you can call the renovation whatever you want to.
And that's what I'm saying. And with my people, we could, like, if we do it over the time, I could make the cost a lot cheaper with extra materials I get from different
Yeah.
jobs. But
Yeah. No, that's the way I would go with this. If you can get it at 60, tell him it's 65, just so you have a little bit of wiggle room for you. Sell it for 65 to him, and then, but on the contingency that you get the work.
yeah, that's what I'd be happy with.
Yeah,
Hey, so
I
you
think
said you've seen this one before?
I think I have. I just that area. I was like, who would buy here? But you're saying Laguna Shores is kind of a deal, huh?
Well, I
Like,
live off of Laguna Shores, all the way down on the water. I got a canal in the backyard, but Laguna Shores is like
oh, that road
Corpus is
all,
growing. There's a lot of growth going on in Corpus Christi and Port Aransas. Port
gotcha.
Aransas is like one of these major vacation towns in Texas, and yeah, it's just nuts. But they don't make a lot of houses on the water anymore, and it's
Oh
right there
no,
on the
that's
water. So
when you get stuff on the water, and the fact that I see why it doesn't flood, because you get the Corpus Christi Bay is kind of.
yeah,
I mean, this is,
so the Gulf is at the beach, right? And then that's the Corpus Christi Bay that you see right there.
and so you got Padre.
Or the Laguna Madre. Yeah. And
Oh,
then you go. But yeah, that lot's actually raised up. So you can't really see it from the pictures, but I walked it yesterday, and the lot's actually raised up quite a bit. So
Yeah.
they did that on purpose.
I have a feeling he'll go lower, so don't be shy to offer 35 and just be like, I'm just looking at how much work it needs, but don't be afraid to offer low.
Yeah, I mean, shoot, we are walking it twice, so I'm a interested
Right, because-
buyer in the
Right,
seller's
because-
eye.
Yeah, when somebody's selling, they're not going to be like 35, no way, go away. They're going to be like, would you go, 70, and then start playing the game and then meet in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They're not going to say no to you. You've walked it twice. You're serious about it. You can do construction. You've got exactly what they, you've got all the credibility you could ask for.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, we're walking in today, so
Okay, go low.
It looks
Let's
like I'm
go
a
low.
super serious buyer. Do what? Go low.
Go low. Prove me wrong, but go low. I think
I know my initial offer was 60, but
yeah, just say you talked to your investor and your investor said no. It's got to be lower.
Sounds good. Well, we'll see how it happens. If we can get it lower than 60, that's hella cool. I told him the price was 60, so I wasn't even making any money off it, like selling the house just to do the work. It's one of my buddies. He was gonna let me do all the work. He's driving down from Austin, so we'll see.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, just know that the work's going to cost more than what you think. And, just don't be afraid to go low.
Oh, man. Yeah. It always, something always happens, right? So
absolutely. The foundation can be totally
Oh.
That's another 10 grand. Yeah, for sure. All right. Good find though.
Sounds
That's cool.
good. Yeah. I mean, it was up for sale, then it wasn't up for sale. And then I saw it up for sale again. I'm like, what's going on with this?
Well, and with being that close to the water, that roof is already hammered. You can tell. I mean,
it needs a new roof, but I can put a roof on it for like $1,800.
Okay, good. Well, and just looking at the damage that the little satellite dish took, that it's.
Oh, it's the rust. Yeah, it's right on the water, so everything rusts.
Is gonna kill it.
Yeah, the AC unit though. It's got central AC too. I was surprised by that. Built in the 70s, has central AC, and the AC unit, the actual unit itself, is in good condition. So
really?
I'm like, don't even. Yeah, it needs all new windows, but it's got central AC. When I walked it yesterday, I was surprised.
Oh yeah, there's a vent up there. Okay, cool.
But alrighty, sounds good. I'll hop off stage, let somebody else come up. I'll be
All right.
listening. But I just wanted to say that I appreciate it, Trent.
Okay, later, bro. All right, Teriyaki, what's up?
How you doing, sir?
Good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. I've got some good leads. I do have a question.
Yep.
Last week, I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I can't really remember. Someone was talking about on Richard's live that it's better for the investor to buy multifamily compared to single family houses. Why is that?
Well, just the multiplier. I mean, if you're buying one place that has 4 different rental incomes, that's kind of nice. That's why. It's easier because you're dealing with investors. You're not dealing with homeowners, and so
Oh,
those are kind of the 2 main reasons.
okay. So, like, should I focus more on multifamily or?
Easier, definitely easier.
Oh, okay, okay. But
Yeah,
do not
they use
disregard the
actual-
single family.
No, do everything for sure.
Okay, okay.
Well,
And one more question. About sub 2. I've seen a lot of houses that I've encountered. Most of them are multifamily. They have mortgage. So like I don't know when to offer seller finance or sub 2 in it. Like which one is viable? Is there like a rule of thumb?
yeah, super easy. If they own it, you can. If they own it outright, there's no mortgage. Then you can go seller finance. You can't otherwise.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise you can't. So and then just make sure if it's sub 2, you can give them, then you can take over the mortgage because they have a mortgage.
Oh,
So
okay.
simple. Yeah, super
So like
simple.
even if the amount of the mortgage is small, you can just offer them sub 2?
Is more than what?
Like let's say the house is like 450K and I saw this that they have a mortgage of 48K.
I'm not following you. So they owe 48,000?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's their equity, right?
Okay.
So I come in those situations and I offer them nothing to take over their mortgage and I keep their equity. That's my gift. That's what I get. I get their equity. It makes it way more sellable.
Wait, so like the equity is the mortgage? I'm
So you've
confused.
got a mortgage. Okay, yeah. Let's say they've got a mortgage of $400,000. That's how much they owe, but they've already paid it down $360,000. Okay, now you've got $40,000. That's called equity. Okay, so they've paid down $40,000 of their loan. Now they're ready to sell and they want to get rid of their house. Then we come in and I say, hey, I'll just take over your mortgage. You don't have to deal with that $2,000 a month payment anymore. I'll just take it over. You know what I mean?
So like, do we put down a down payment on that as well, or no? We just take over
I start without doing a down payment. I come in and say, hey, I'll just take over your mortgage. No down payment, nothing. They can walk away from it because quite often that $2,000 a month that they're paying on their mortgage is killing them because they lost their job or there's something going on that they don't have the money to pay it. And so they're thrilled to have it taken over. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it comes down to the reason on why they're selling it. And then from
Everything.
there you could use that as leverage.
Exactly. That's exactly what that's why I teach, like, guys, get on the phone and find out why they're selling. Find out. That's the most important thing.
So from there, play your numbers. I see where you're coming from.
Makes sense, yeah?
Yes. I think I got it now. So that's when it becomes viable when to offer sub 2. Okay.
Exactly.
I get it. I get it.
Okay, good. Excellent. I love that.
That's the only question I have because yesterday I offered them sub 2 and I don't know how to like pitch it in and I started.
Yeah. I always start there. I started nothing. Because if they're hurting and they need to get out of that mortgage, they're thrilled that somebody is willing to take it over.
And this
Right.
applies to multifamily and single family, sir, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Got
Absolutely.
you. So that's the only question I have, sir. And I'm good to go.
You're making life easy.
Yes, sir.
All righty, buddy.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much for your advice. I really appreciate you.
Happy to help. No problem.
Thank you. I'm gonna let the other people ask you questions now.
Okay.
How do I help out?
I got you. Craig, what's going on?
A few things. Followed up on the Lubbock house. She said they're going to have showings this weekend, and she's just going to hold on my offer.
Okay.
Of the financing. So there's that. In the meantime, I had another one, and I just DM'd you. A different realtor in the same market. She was like, "Hey, I have this in my network. You know, it's
good. Yep, that's a pocket listing."
And I said, "Okay, what's going on with it?" And this was all through text messages. She said, "The guy wants a quick cash sale, willing to go lower. He's currently at 165. The front is rented for $1,200. The back is rented for $650.
Great.
Close to the university." She said it's a good rental. He purchased it 2 years ago for $175.
Okay.
But he's willing to go lower. So what would be, could you just walk me through what an offer of that would look like?
Yeah, absolutely. You sent it over to me?
Yeah, it's DM'd.
Yep, I see it. In Lubbock?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me take a peek. Okay, so I love when people say they're willing to go lower right off the bat. It's my favorite thing because
if you look at Zillow and what they had in terms of price changes and things like that, I mean, it seems like they've been trying to sell it.
yeah. So it's kind of odd that the washer and dryer are just in the living room. That's really odd.
Definitely the efficiency back building.
That's the efficiency? Okay. But still odd. That's something. So here's what I do is I like to pick apart things.
Didn't mean to cut you off. But yeah, I don't know why like that.
Well, the efficiency looks like the washer and dryer are in the main house.
Yeah, I did. You know what? When you said that, I didn't even pay attention to that. She just sent it over this morning.
Yeah, something like that. That's a sticking point. Say, yeah, this is going to be impossible to rent out. Nobody wants their washer dryer in their house, like in the living area. I'm going to have to figure out a way to find a spot for those.
She says already. So I don't know if these are stock photos from 2 years ago.
It's already renovated?
No, it's rented.
Oh, rented. Okay. So somebody's willing to put up with it. No, you're in a great situation. I would suggest seller finance on this big time. Do they own it outright?
I couldn't find it.
Okay, let me check.
I don't have PropStream.
Okay. When you're ready, DM here. I've got your DMs right here. I'm going to send you. There's something cheaper and better than PropStream in my opinion, but I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to promote it in my lives because Richard and Chris have a deal with PropStream where they get paid pretty good monthly.
Yeah,
and so
I get it.
Yeah, and so I can't really. But if anybody DMs me and asks me for it, I can get you 7 days free. So you can, but I can't do it. I can't put it in the chat. I like it a lot better. In fact, it's what I'm using right now. So hold on, let me just.
Great.
Okay, it looks like.
And I have a call. I told her I'd call her this afternoon because I'm looking at the property that I originally called her on. And that one, it doesn't sound like they're in a rush to do anything. So seller financing is the greatest. But then they have that portfolio of 11 properties that I haven't even looked at yet. So I told her I'd call her back I run the numbers.
You got too much going on. That's excellent. I love it.
I hope so.
So here's what I would suggest is if you can pitch seller finance on this, they just cut it $7K, you said, right? For 11, it was cut $7K, but you said,
I mean, they bought 175 2 years ago.
okay.
And the way she's formulating that text, she was like, he wants a quick cash sale and willing to go lower. So I don't know if it's because of the cash sale that
Okay.
he's willing to go lower or not.
Then yeah, then offer. I would say I would come in and just offer 125 and just say, yeah, I could do it. I could do this right away for 125. I just see that there's a lot of work I need to do as far as especially that washer and dryer just being in the middle of the room is not acceptable. And so you want to, you got to figure out where you're going to put that and how it's going to work out. But yeah, do that because you're getting $1,850 a month. That would be an insane cash on cash. Very sellable at 125.
Would you approach it just a cash offer, or would you go, I could do it this way, or
I would do both. I would start with a cash offer, let them say no to it, and then say, well, would you be interested in, 180? I could get you 180, knowing that 175 is what they paid, and now they're making $5,000. And they'd be like, well, how do we do that? And then you would say, well, on a set of payments, I could do this at, and the offer I would give them is at 180. I would give them $9,000 down as a down payment. And I would go $450 a month on a 10-year balloon and say, this is a way they can make some of their money back. They'll get the full, the full 175 or 180. What do we say? 180. We'll pay out the balance of it in 10 years. And that way they're going to make a monthly income. So it's basically like they're still renting, they're still landlords, but they don't have any of the work. So if that's something.
I love that. So are you telling me that they probably are free and clear, or do I have to still look that up?
They are free and clear.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, it doesn't show anything on it. So that's So they own it outright.
Okay, then we'll just keep working the phones, and I'll take a look at when you send me that DM.
Yeah.
Then we're good.
Good. And then so I think that's a great way to go. And you'll see the thing I send you, the secret thing I send you is going to help a ton with helping you formulate your deals too, which is
I'm excited. I am so hooked, Trent. I'm all about your lives.
How fun is it?
I love it. I hope people are taking full advantage of what you're saying and what the group is talking about. Because
I'm just having fun. That's all I care about. This is to me is 100%.
So I appreciate you very much.
Well, I appreciate that. That fuels my fire every time somebody says something nice like that. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to send you this right now. So you've got that. Hopefully that helps. I mean, you can check it out for 7 days and see if you like it. But
great.
It's got a ton of potential. The company, I know the owner really well, and it's they're blowing up in a lot of other ways too. So
good. I love that. I love the up and comers. I fight for.
You're in early, which is on this one. It's really cool. They're really good people.
Okay, great. I'll take a look at it and I'll let you know. I'll give feedback. Heck.
Okay, definitely. Just DM it to me. Don't.
Oh yeah.
Because I have to be radio silent on all of it.
All right. I'll let you get going, talk to some other guys, and then I'll update you next week.
Okay, bud. Take it easy.
You too. Thanks.
Later. All right. A11, you back?
Yeah. Trent, can you hear me?
No, I can hear you now. What's up?
It's Alan anyways, but
what is it? Oh, it's Alan. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just the L's were taken, I think. So I just used that.
I get it.
Hey, my man. I had a couple questions just on. I found a couple properties. They don't have any mortgage, but they're fourplex. And one of them, I tried calling them, but they didn't answer. So I was just waiting for them to call back, or I'll call them back soon again.
Yeah, just hammer the phone. Like, did you call him 4 times when he called?
No, I just called them once, but yeah, that's.
Here's what's, and let me tell you the secret. The Verizon, AT&T, those guys, they don't let you get through the first 2 times you call because they consider you spam right off the bat. Okay, so those first 2 calls don't even happen. The 3rd call they let go through. The 4th call, usually you'll get a realtor that's like, what do you want? Why are you calling me twice? You're okay with that. Just say, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought they weren't going through. There's something wrong with my phone. That's all
fine.
you have to say.
I'll do that. I did leave them a voicemail, and I left them my number and told them about the property.
They
And
won't call you back. I guarantee it. Don't put it on them. It's 100% your responsibility to get a hold of them. They are lazy humans. They just will not get back to you. They get 40 of those a day, so they can't get back to all of them.
well, I was going to ask you, how do we go about, because I called one of the properties, and then I pitched them the offer of like creative finance, and they were like, oh, we're not really interested in that. And I was like, that's fine. I really hate going that route anyways. And they were like, oh, well, they wanted a cash deal, more of a cash deal, but they told me the rent and all, the net income and all. So I had the numbers, and I just wanted to run them by you because I was trying to put them in the oven calculator, but I guess I'm still a dummy about that. I'm still learning on that. So
oh, it's okay. So that's why I always suggest that you don't say anything on the first call as far as pitching deals, because it's disingenuous, meaning it's not, you got 0 credibility. That's why I always, on my first call, I say, hey, I'm going to give you a call back. Let me run some numbers, see what I can do. So by you calling back, you get credibility with that realtor. They're like, oh, wow, Alan called me back. That's pretty cool. So he must be a little bit interested.
Yeah, got it. The one that did give me the numbers, I did call him back like 3 times. We had like maybe a phone call 3 times. So at first, it was just asking him about the property. He was just telling me about the property, and then he told me how much the units ran out for. He told me some of them are vacant, or one of them is vacant. The 3 of them are basically rented out for, and then the one that's not rented out is, I guess, it has damage due to the people that were living there, so it needed some repairs.
Okay.
But that one that needs the repairs is the one that rents out for the most. I sent you the address.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
The second one, the Karen Avenue, that one is the one that I called I talked to the realtor and gave me the numbers.
Which one do you want me to look at?
The Karen one.
Karen? Okay. Let me check. And do you live in Vegas or no?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's a fourplex, yeah?
Yeah.
And 1 2-car garage. That's interesting. Anything inside? There we go.
Yeah. It's not bad, I think.
Yeah, it needs massive updating, but yeah, it's livable for sure. Okay, cool. So what are you thinking on this this one?
Well, I put it in the buy box cartel, and they gave me the offer of like maybe offering them like 860 or 890, and then with the set of payments and all. But since he was telling me that he wasn't down for creative finance, I didn't know how I should go about it. Maybe I guess run down the numbers and tell him like if I do get a loan, it doesn't make sense because I guess the margin for the spread of the income is not enough because it runs out for.
What does it rent out for? That's what I was going to ask you.
5,500 a month.
Okay, cool. So we can go in just on the 1% roll alone. You can look at it and you see 800,000, and it's only renting out for 5,000. So
Yeah.
the argument you're going to make with the realtor is you're going to say, who's going to buy this? There's nobody that is going to buy this. It does not cash flow.
Mhm.
And so how are you expecting to sell this thing? I mean, it's been on for 52 days, and it's because there's nobody that's going to, in their right mind, is going to invest in this. And you are only going to deal with investors on a fourplex. So what we're looking at is a non-cash flowing property that nobody's going to buy. We could come in and offer $50,000 more than they're asking for. And I can work the numbers to make it so it cash flows. I know you guys don't want anything creative, but that's your only option. You've got no other options because nobody, even a billionaire, is going to walk in here and there's nobody that's going to pay $800,000 for something that only cashes out $5,000 a month. It does not cash flow. And so the only way to make this work is I can come in, I can offer you, let me see, $1,250 a month as a payment with $40,000 down.
Okay.
And that's the only way this cash flows. And so with that 40K down, we do a 10-year balloon. And that way, we can give you another $50,000.
You said 1450 down, 40,000 down, 1450 a month, and then $40,000.
$1,250 a month is where I'd
$1,250.
start. So that way they're at least making $1,250 a month off their money. Yeah, that's the only way this is going to cash flow. Otherwise, it does not cash flow.
Got it. And can you check the other property out that I sent you real
Sure.
quick? Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay.
That one also doesn't have a mortgage. Both of them don't have a mortgage.
Okay, good. So it's almost going to be the same thing on this one. Let me just let me make sure the
Yeah.
numbers.
And I see the equity is worth only like 300, little less than 300.
So in
And they're
this
selling,
situation, you're probably going to
it.
be. So
Oh, go
their
ahead.
equity should be what the property's worth because you said
Yeah.
that's free and clear. So it's only worth 300,000.
Yeah, less than that.
No, if they own it free and clear, that means they own 100% of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? So there is no equity. It's all equity. There's not 300,000 in equity. There's 620,000 in equity.
Well, when I put it in prop stream, it showed the equity being what?
Do you understand though? Just think about it simply real quick.
Okay.
If you own 100% of something, it means you have 100% equity.
No, I
You
got
don't
that.
have-
Yeah.
Okay. So no matter what prop stream says, as far as their equity, it's
Okay.
whatever the price is, what their equity is.
Whatever it rents, you say?
No, whatever it's worth. Whatever. I mean, they're saying it's worth 600,000. So you looked in prop stream?
It says 38,000 for equity.
Yeah, that's per unit. That's per unit. You see how it's it's number A, it says up there, which I hate when people say number A because A is a letter. But do you see what you're seeing up there?
Number 8, you say?
See, it says A, like building A, like so.
Yes.
They're splitting it up. They're splitting it up per door.
Unit. Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So that's why. Is it a triplex or a fourplex? 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Let me see.
Everyone, it's a fourplex. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of the same thing. These guys there's no open loans on it. So the 620 is what you would offer with a down payment of 31,000. What do you know what the rents are here?
No, I haven't talked yet with them.
Okay, they're probably, I mean, let's call it 1,000 per unit, so $4,000. This is exact same situation. They don't cash flow.
It's been on the market for 300 days or plus.
Yep, that means that either you got a really stubborn seller or they just don't have a motivation. So yeah, reach out to them and find out why they've been on for so long, and tell them that, again, no investor in their right mind is going to buy this place because it does not.
Got it. Thanks, Trent. Appreciate it.
You bet. Take it easy.
You too.
Okay, Dame, what's up?
You can hear me?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I had so I made an offer on a property. They declined my creative financing, but he said that he had 2 listings. He had pocket listings for me, the realtor.
Okay.
So he sent them
Good.
over to me. Let me send it over to you right now. But the reason I had a question is because honestly, I don't really know what to offer on these because they're kind of weird, at least for my knowledge base. Let's see.
Okay. Yeah. Tell me what's going on. Let's see.
Okay. Let me see. Did you get that?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Are these the addresses or is it a?
Yeah, those are the photos of them because you can't find photos.
Gotcha.
But here's the
Need the-
address. Yeah, let me see. This last one is the one that one's a little easier to work with just because but it's also weird too, just because I go on prop stream on that last one I sent you, the 12012. And that one on prop stream, whenever I look it up, no, not that one. Yeah, the other one, my bad. 12002.
Okay, so these places are absolutely hammered, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the other one isn't very bad. The other one isn't too bad.
Okay, I can't tell which one's which from the pictures because they're not labeled. Okay, and so what? Let's start with 1212. 12. What are you thinking with that? Yep.
This one, that's the
12012. That's what I'm starting with.
Okay, yeah. That one is completely wrecked. And I don't really even know what to offer. It looks like they did a quit claim deed in 2022 for 35 grand.
Okay.
But prop stream says it's valued at 124, but I'm assuming that's good value. I mean, in good, repaired and nice.
I would offer that one. I mean, if it's those pictures, it's the first set of pictures, right?
It's the folder should be labeled.
I know. Once I get into the pictures, it doesn't tell me. So,
yeah, it's gonna be the. I'm double checking. Yeah, it's the first set of photos, and that one's got.
Well, that one's better than the other one, right? Let's see what's out. Oh yeah, this is hammered. Jeez,
The one that looks better is gonna be.
Okay, the first one I would offer. Yeah, there's a ton of work on that one. I would offer very little. Let me see what it is. These are free and clear.
So the other one of them's a duplex. the 2-2-2-2. I mean 2-1-2-1. So 4-bed, 2-bath, and all. And that's the 12012.
Okay.
And that one's free and clear. The
That
other
one
one, yeah, that one's free and clear, and that's the one we were talking about first. But the other one, I just don't understand what I'm looking at when I type it into PropStream, because it tells me, let me pull it up right now. It tells me that they bought it in January 23rd, 2024, and then they financed it for $16,500. But then they got a credit line for $35,000 that same exact day,
Yep.
and now they're trying to sell it.
So they were trying to do a burr, basically. They're taking out money on it to fix it, and then they didn't ever fix it.
Okay.
Is that what it looks like to you? That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, it does look. It doesn't look like it's 16.5. 16.5 is like something wrecked. It looks like they fixed it up.
Yeah, I would lowball the crap out of these. It's not much that somebody. Well, this one's 16.5, and those are the second pictures. Oh, that one says sold on it too. So is that true?
Well, that one is it's off market right now. I don't know why it says sold, but the last time it was sold was January 2024.
Gotcha. Okay, let me see.
And then the credit line they got on it was for 35 grand. So it says estimated balance right now is still 34.5.
Yeah, is
so
what they owe.
Yeah, that looks like that's what they owe. But I just have no clue what a lowball offer is for these. Like, what's too low, what's too high. Like, I just don't know what they're worth in this condition.
In these situations, there is nothing too low. Okay. Because these are destroyed. Do we have an idea of what the rents are in this area?
Yeah, so on the 12002, that's the one with the 35 grand still owed on it. That one, it rents for $1,468, so about $1,500 in that area.
And there's a renter. Is there a renter in this one now? Because I see people standing in the pictures. I don't know if they're renters or not.
I don't think someone's renting it right now. I think the owner is occupying it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like moved in, tried to fix it.
These are rough. Yeah, I would. I mean, the $16,000 one, I would offer $5 grand for.
Are you talking about this one with the 35 grand owed?
Yeah, I would offer 5,000. Like, hey, I'll take it over. You guys worry about your loan and all that. It's just there's too much work needed on these. There's $100,000 worth of work needed to bring these up to snuff. I mean, they're beyond hammered. So that's why I'm saying there's nothing you can do that's too low.
What about their loan that they have?
Don't worry about that. You don't know about that as a buyer. That's not
okay.
It's one of those things where we get all this information just for ourselves. We use that as incentive. And so, yeah, I would just go in and offer $5 grand and see what they say. Maybe they'd be thrilled with getting at least their loan down to 30,000. Worst case scenarios, you take over. I mean, is that place worth 30 grand? I don't think so. So you can't even take over their loan.
Okay, fair enough.
You know what I mean? Just because, I mean, if you were on where are these? These are in.
That's in Ohio.
Yeah. If you were on the ground there, I would say absolutely, because you can go in and do all the work. But here's who I'm going to give you a suggestion. Get in contact with Harry Gold. I'll put his he does burrs in Cleveland. So he already has construction teams that work on houses like this. And set them down and say, hey, I found these. What can we do to work together? I want to try to figure this out. Marilyn will put his I think it's just at Harry Gold. But she'll put the chat. Reach out to him, tell him I told you to come, and that you have two properties that probably right up his alley that you haven't made offers on yet, but you want his help making the offer, and see if he's a buyer for it. And tell him, hey, if these are good deals and you want them, you know, tell them work out like a bird dog, you know, $500. Say, you know, if you'll give me 500, I'll turn these over to you. I haven't done the contract or anything, but I found them. So then you can make $500 and move on quickly. That's what I would do. These need too much work.
Okay, gotcha.
Make sense?
Yeah, that
And
makes
there he
sense.
is. Yeah, Marilyn put it in the chat. Just Harry Gold. Harry works in Cleveland. He's got crews in Cleveland, and so he's kind of that's his spot. That's where he likes to be.
Okay, sweet.
Okay.
All right, easy enough. Thanks.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
Mm.
All right, Teriyaki, what's up?
Okay, sir, I'm back again.
You're back.
I need help. I just received the contract for the property that we talked about, the 450K. Can you help me out with the counter that the agent sent me?
Yeah, what'd they
I'm gonna-
offer?
I'm gonna send it to you now. I'm gonna send you the
Okay. You sent 9K, right? 9K down.
No,
What'd you-
that's different. That's different. This
Okay,
one
you
is
said-
here you go, sir.
Okay.
The one with 450K purchase price to remove the interest, and with 10% down, that's the counter for the seller. I mean, the agent sent that to me.
Okay, so you offered what's above, right? Is
Yes.
that the duplex? Is that what we're talking about?
It's the split pad, something like that. The 2122 Ashland.
Yeah, I'm looking. Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
What did you offer? What was your offer?
450K with 10% down.
And they're coming back saying 405.
Oh no. They have some conditions that's written on that PDF that I sent you.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm reading it. Seller agent commission is $27,000. Payable in accordance with a separate agreement. So that means the seller is going to be paying that. What are you offering as a down payment?
10%.
How much is it? So
45K.
Okay, so they want to use their own title, their own escrow. That's okay. I'm trying to see where they countered.
Oh no, those are just their condition.
Yeah,
So like
I don't have any problem with their conditions. It sounds like tell them seller does not pay realty commissions. That's what they're trying to get you to do. So see down at the bottom, like in down at the bottom where it says, let's see which 1.13 on the second page. They wrote in seller pays the realtor commissions. That's not the case. Just that the sellers, I mean the commissions, seller as seller's agent shall be present at all times when buyer accesses the property. Seller. Okay, so the seller's agent wants to be there for any kind of looking over. Property is being sold as is condition. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is all. Yeah, this is The only thing I don't like in here is the paying of the seller, the seller's agent. We don't pay that. The buyer does not pay that. So that's a no-go there. But they agreed to everything else. Yeah, I'll tell you what, send this over to BuyBox, okay? Let them see it and let them decide.
Okay. Okay, so I sent it to Gail from Grandin Taylor.
Yeah, perfect.
And there's nothing I could do on my end, sir.
Just wait. Yeah, they're gonna let you know. They'll draft another counter to this.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm good for now.
You're good for now.
Okay, sir. And below they said that it cannot be assigned to anyone.
Yep. So that's not good either. Where do you see that one?
Page 10. It's on 12 miscellaneous. 12.2 assignment.
Oh, may not assigned this contract to. Okay, yeah. So they'll get rid of that too. That's what Grandin Taylor does. They take care of it. So yeah, they'll see all that. Just let them know when you send it over. Say these are the things I think are a problem. Take a look at this contract. This is what they sent as a counter.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
You bet. Take it easy.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. What's up, Jazz? Why you eyeballing me like that? It's like you're
No,
pissed off.
I'm
You were like,
I'm looking at my phone right now.
You
I'm
were
about
mad.
to send you an
Like, a
address.
little bit
Nah, you know I'm not mad at you, man. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just sending you an address. Gonna get this one under contract. I just wanted to know if 145 might be a little too high. If I might have to like come back and because the comps were good. Comps were good. So yeah.
Let's see. We're back in Alabama.
Yeah. That's my state, man. I gotta get a deal. I gotta get a deal in that state, in Alabama.
I thought you were in the state of confusion. No?
Nah. I got a plan, man.
What's the plan? I want to hear.
Work in Alabama and Utah. That's the two states that I like so far. So those are the two markets I'm gonna.
Utah's
Huh?
brutal.
Utah's brutal. Brutal as in what, like the market or just houses?
The rents are terrible. I mean, it's great for if we're doing things with like retail buyers, it would be great. But wow, it's brutal otherwise. Okay, this thing's hammered. And what'd you offer?
Yeah. 145.
Why?
Comps were 260.
I don't care.
Comps were
It's
about
not
260. I think it needed about maybe 40K of work.
What?
Something like that.
More than that. That needs way more than 40K worth of work. Thing is hammered.
So how much you would need? 50, 60?
What? But why are you over offering? They're asking 135.
And even no, it's off market. It's not 135. It's off market.
Why am I?
She was because it's probably saying closed, but it was
closed.
It was they bought it in 23. They held it for 2 years.
Yeah, but what they pay in 23? Let's see.
135.
And you're offering 145?
Yeah, she said she was gonna put it on market for 160.
Okay. What's it rent for?
Ooh, I have it here. Let me look it up again. I think it rented for about 1,600.
That's the only good news so far.
Yeah, 1,600.
Bro, I would not offer 145 for this place. No way. No way. I would come in maybe at 80, 70. It needs so much work. It needs so much work. I mean, unless you're doing 145 in seller finance, do they own it outright?
They own it outright, yeah.
Yeah, let's go that route. I'm okay with seller finance at that.
145 on payments.
Yeah. Then I'm totally good.
Okay. I copy. She was saying it was a good fix and flip area, good comps. So I was thinking, all right, the comps are good. If you just, I can have somebody walk it and then see how much it actually does need a repair, and then
Needs a ton.
that was my thinking. I was trying to get it on a contract first, and then just do the due diligence after. So if it's really not worth what it is, then I can just always go back and renegotiate.
Yeah, and you just tell them, in order to get this to its glory, it's just going to take so much work and so much money. And we're for sure there's.
All right, so I guess I have a question about that right now, because I feel like I don't know. No, I'm. It's not even really about this property per se. It's about like, I guess, my approach. But
is it 510 is what we're looking at?
510?
Yeah, maybe
No,
I've got
you
the
mean
wrong.
501?
Oh, it pulled it. Either I've
But
got.
I mean, is it like on a corner? Was it? It
No,
says
this one-
close 135.
Yeah, this one looks way different to me. Okay, that's the problem.
Is it 32?
Somehow it transposed my because I just copied and pasted, and it gave me.
Oh, it didn't come up.
Yeah. Now it did. Yeah, it just transposed the 1 and the 0.
Okay, I mean, you were kind of on point because it does need work, but that's why I was
No,
like,
no.
okay, but
Okay, so
this one does need work though. So you weren't. I don't know what property you pulled up, but you.
Yeah, no, I found it. 501. So what are you thinking? What you were wondering with your approach? What are you thinking?
Yeah, as far as like my approach to stuff, I don't know. Maybe if I'm just trying to rush things. I don't know if I'm just not slowing it down enough.
Okay.
I don't know. Because I feel
Well,
like I kind of get enough touches. I try to feel like I feel like I'm getting enough touches on.
I think you're too nice, is what I think. I think you're
Too
way
nice?
too nice.
That's
So
probably
here's-
it is too.
I'll tell you a quick story. Like, I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is a great place to be from. It is not the nicest place in the world, but I also didn't feel like I deserved anything better than what I had there. And my dad made probably 20 grand a year, and I never ever thought that's what I deserved. That I didn't deserve something that was more. Until I got to California. I came to California and I looked at these humongous houses that are $20 million. And I'm like, people live in those houses. So why can't I strive for that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what happens is we get in our brain a little bit and we say, well, I don't want to offend these guys. I don't want to do too low. I don't want to be, I don't want to. And you got to get that mindset out of your head. You got to come in and say, hey, for this to be a deal, I'd have to get it in like the 75 range. And
Right.
I think you feel bad offering
That I had to do that. Yeah. That's a
And
fact.
don't feel bad. And that's why
Yeah.
I find out the motivation. Because again, I mean, I just signed. This is yesterday's contract that I signed. Richard and we were on the phone together. He found this deal. I bought it from him for 10 grand. She has $100,000 in equity that she's missing out on, but she doesn't care because she moved. She got a killer job. She's making way more money. She doesn't care about that. She's got tenants in there that she doesn't want to deal with. There's so many other things besides money that have value. Okay. I guess that's what I'm looking for. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad, but get their story. Find out exactly what it is that they need. You know what I'm saying?
I think, like, now I'm looking back on it, I think with this one particular, like this realtor, she told me, she's a fix and flipper, and she's a fix and flipper herself, and she kind of like recommended this area. So maybe I just jumped the gun. I just kind of took her word for it instead of like doing my due diligence. So
100%.
that's probably what it is. Like, I just kind of like jumped the gun a little bit.
Well, we get a mindset. We get stuck in it. We're like, well, even with Richard, you're like, well, Richard said you can't do this. And then you've got a Filipino kid or a Singaporean kid that comes in and starts going to rural places and killing it. When Richard said, hey, stay away from rural. But
I just jumped the gun too much on this one. So, I mean, I would still have to come in around like 80, right?
70.
70?
See, this
No, I'm saying.
No, but it bothers you. Like it bothers you that I'm saying that. It's like that you get a reaction.
Oh,
you're
man,
like, that doesn't
it's
fair.
because
Let them decide what's fair. So you're going to offer that. Say, hey, and blame it on me all day long. Hey, I ran it through my partner, and he's like, the amount of repairs that need to happen here. The only way we can come in here is for 70,000. That's all we can do. I would love to do more. I'd love to give you the world, but I'm looking at how much I'm going to have to spend. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I got
and
you.
then let it sit and then move away, and they'll call you in 2 months and they'll be like, hey, is that still good?
Gotcha. All right. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, no, I get it. I just got to be more. Yeah, I just got to be more
aggressive,
more ruthless.
Absolutely. But you can do it in a nice way. The beauty. You don't have to be a jerk about it. And finding out their motivation is what fuels all that. Because if you find out that it's not money, they just need to get out of town because they're running from the law. You're actually
right. Yeah, the motivation is always what would get you that next step. I got you.
They're like, I want you to take over my mortgage so they think I still live there. That'd be cool. Whatever. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I get you.
Find their motivation.
I get it. All right. No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, bro. Take it easy. All right. It is 10 o'clock. I'm going to get through the last three here, and then I'm going to get off and do some of I've got to get a ton of things done. Jenna, what's going on?
Hello, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So I just want to start off and say I am very, very, very new to this.
Good.
And I have called some realtors already and kind of presented some offers as well. They kind of fell through, I guess, because I didn't approach it from a personal point of view. I was approaching it just sending the offer. So I'm approaching it from a personal point of view this time, and I have what I think is a good deal. I just need help presenting the offer.
Let's check it out. Go ahead and send it to me in my DMs.
Gotcha. And I did just send that over to you now.
Perfect. I will get it. Let's see here.
And please don't hesitate to educate me, because that's what I'm here for. I want to learn.
Absolutely. I'll beat you up. I'll make you feel bad. I'll do all that. I'll make you cry.
Hopefully not too bad, but bad enough to make me push in high gear.
And at least cry a little bit. That just makes me happy. Okay. So I just closed on a house in San Antonio. So this is oh, good. You're in a good area. This is nice. Let's see. Good. Do we know what the rents are here?
From RentCast, it's estimated to be about $1,885 to $1,900. I haven't confirmed that with the realtor yet.
Okay. So just looking at that, we've got a rule that I follow that if this is a $270,000 place, I want that to rent for $2,700 at least. Okay.
I agree with you.
So as it is, it doesn't, right? So it rents for, you said about 18?
About 18, 19.
Okay, we'll call it 18. So it doesn't cash flow right off the bat. We kind of know that, but it also is really nice. So that helps. You're not going to need to do any repairs. This is not a falling down shack in Alabama like Jazz likes. This is all very clean, very, very well taken care of, all that stuff. Okay. So second thing we're looking for is it owned outright?
They do have a mortgage on it, and I can send you a screenshot of the last mortgage statement that the realtor had sent me.
Oh, good. Excellent.
As well.
You're
I
on
do.
fire.
I do. and the seller does just want 5,000 in his pocket and all closing costs paid by the buyer.
Okay, well, then you're in a good spot. Let's see what happens here. So property tax, insurance, that all comes out to that. Okay, so yeah, so they've got a balance of 263. They've got a mortgage, their rate is 5.3, right? Which isn't amazing. And they owe 1527 a month. And that's not including everything else. So the PITI puts it to 1843. The rents
Gotcha.
are, how much are the rents?
About 1,800.
Not so bueno, right?
Mm-mm.
The only way this would make sense is if you're like, I'm living in San Antonio and I want to move into this place. Okay. The
Right.
reason that makes it good is because you don't have to qualify for the loan. You can get right in with a little bit of a lower interest rate, but it's not amazing. Like this isn't a deal that anybody will buy. So getting it under contract is one thing, but having somebody buy it is the whole other part of this. That's the hard part. So this one,
The first one's always the hardest.
it's true. It really is. So this one is not a deal that's going to sell, but I love where you're going with it. You found
Okay.
something that you get a seller finance. You got them down to $5,000. I tend to take them over for nothing. Like my other one in San Antonio that I just closed, they had $100,000 in equity, and I got zero down.
Wow.
I didn't do anything, so I got a free house basically. So I
That's
paid for all the
awesome.
so I paid all the closing costs. The only thing it cost me was a $10,000 assignment fee to Richard because he found the house. And so this one, it's just nobody's going to buy it. There's nothing
Gotcha.
here but I love what you're doing. I love what you're going after. This is exactly what you should be doing.
Okay, awesome. I'll keep looking for some things that are similar to this and follow that
Yeah.
1% rule. I had a feeling that it wasn't going to work all the way through just because of that 1% rule.
Yeah, no, but hey, keep coming back and check in. I'll help you however you need. I mean, this is fun for me. I really enjoy it. And so you're on the right track. If you're making those phone calls and finding out the reason people are selling, that's the main thing. Because not always, like I was telling Jazz, it's not always money. You know, people just need to get out. They're tired of paying, like these guys are paying $1,500 a month. Well, $1,800 a month with everything. So they're probably at a point where they're just like, I can't afford this anymore. I want to move on. And so you're coming in and you're kind of saving the day. So yeah, but good. Excellent job. I mean, everything else was, you're in a good spot. It just is, it just doesn't cash flow.
I got you there, and I'll keep looking for one that cash flows. I do want to thank you for taking the time to speak with me just to get some more information about that.
No problem. Anytime. Just keep making the phone calls, because with your phone calls, it's not the property you're calling about. It's the one that they have in their pocket. That's going to be the one you want. Okay.
Gotcha.
Keep calling. Okay.
I will keep calling them. Thank you.
All righty, buddy. Take care.
Bye.
All right. And Bodegab 67? No, Bogata or Cedric. Whoever comes up.
Close. What
is?
You good? My name's Will. What's up, man?
Okay, Will's easier.
Yeah, that's just my name. I've had Discord since like 2015. That's whenever I played games as a kid. It's always been my name.
Okay, I got it.
Online alias. I was just curious. I'm kind of new, but I'm not new to Subject 2 and all this. But just found this and joined it like 2 weeks ago. But I like what you got going on teaching me here. But one of my questions I wondered is for I'm also would be an end buyer for people with Subject 2s. Just my market, obviously. I'm in Charleston, in South Carolina. Now I see that Richard doesn't have anyone here doing that, so I would be an end buyer for anyone. But I'm interested in how when I see how the way that Richard's doing the trust acquisitions with a 10% ownership going to the seller and then a lease option of that allows it to come up through DTI. I'm wondering how you work around you're taking over an FHA loan Subject 2, and I'm selling it on a wrap to an end buyer. How are you working around owner occupancy on an FHA loan?
Okay, so the deal is we're putting it into a trust. And so that trust now owns the entity. You know what I'm saying? So the trust owns the property, and that allows us to, the owner brings in the mortgage, and their responsibility is nothing. They don't own anything. They're not responsible for any mortgages, insurance, anything. If the house blows up, it's our house. And
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is if they want to then go buy another house with an FHA loan, right?
Yeah,
the FHA loan you took over is owner occupied. They're not going to be able to get another FHA loan unless they commit mortgage fraud.
Correct, but if FHA, as I understand it, you get it once, right?
You can have it on once. That's what I'm saying. If you took over subject to FHA, and then that person you took it over from, they're wanting to buy another house with it, you take over their subject to FHA. They're not going to be able to, then get another FHA.
Right.
FHA, you can have one, but you can have multiple FHAs. It's just on one house. So you could, refinance out your current house into a DSCR or regular conventional, and then buy another house with FHA.
Yeah, correct. So what happens is when you go to a new lender, you can explain away everything when you see, and it usually takes 6 to 12 months of consistent payments by the buyer to help their DTI and to help with an FHA lender. It's just something that has to be explained away, and you can show it, all the paperwork and everything, when you go in and apply for the loan. People will tell you that it comes off right away. It doesn't. It takes that track record to be able to show the lender, yeah, see, this has been going on. We've been there for a year, and it's been paid on time every month. We've got a good track record of what has happened and what they're doing what they said they were going to do.
I get that. Like I said, it's just the owner occupancy clause doesn't necessarily. I understand the DTI comes off. I know all that. It's just the owner occupancy clause part.
Yep.
Even if someone's been paying, they can't just remove that because it's a government loan. They can't just waive it because they see that it's not really going on. But
So
that'd be mortgage fraud at that point.
Correct. They won't be able to get another FHA.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was just wondering if y'all had a way that y'all worked around that, but because I didn't. I
don't think so. I think it's pretty clear cut. I mean, it's definitely rules. So yeah, there's no real way around it except to get a conventional or get a different type of a loan for sure.
Yeah, I think it's probably good to, I haven't been through the subject to teaching on this Discord either. Probably good to teach all the people going out pitching subject to the FHA loan people that if they're going to buy another property too, they're not going to be able to do it with an FHA loan.
What I do, my workaround on that is I go out and I find out from the seller. I say, hey, where do you want to live? Let me try to find you what I'm with you. And it's kind of it almost is more advantageous because then they get into something they don't have to qualify for. And it just kind of kick that can down the road. And it just starts building because it's 10 times easier to get a retail buyer a place in this, in this environment than it is to resell it to an end buyer investor. Makes sense?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Great question. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And then my other question was just not really important, just thought exercise. I like discussing with other experienced investors. I was just curious, when you offer seller finance, how do you ever work numbers in your head when to offer an interest rate versus just no interest with principal? Obviously, there's pros and cons when it comes down to real negotiation. It's always fun to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, mine is pretty clear cut. What I offer on seller finance is a 5% down payment. I like to do 25% of what the rents are as a payment per month. I like 0% interest always. And I like a 10-year balloon if I can get it. So I'll start at 10 years and I'll work my way down to 9 or 8. But yeah, the dream is 10-year balloons.
Yeah, but if you ever have objections with someone not wanting no interest,
Absolutely.
You can always think about it. You could always charge 5, 6, whatever percent interest and then stretch out the amortization if there's going to be a balloon. Then essentially that balloon is just a refinance of the interest rate. When you're principal only, I get it. You're just putting the interest in the principal and stacking it on top. It's always fun to talk the numbers like that.
Correct. All right, cool. Well, thanks for those. Those are the good food for thought for sure.
Cool.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
Thank you. You too.
All right, Sir Cedric. You there? If you're not, oh, he left. Okay, I'm gonna leave too. That's it for me. I'll be back tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. But thanks, you guys. This was fun. Yeah, and check in with me tomorrow at 8 a.m. We'll see you then.